Okay, here we go. I'm in to do the earth signs here for the week. Got the right angle. Things look backwards for some reason. Anyway, okay, so for the earth signs, this is the love, sex, and romance part of these readings. Been doing the spiritual side for the last while, so we'll see where these earth signs are in their love and romance sectors. So here we go. First card for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn in that order. Taurus, here we go. First card from the chakra deck. 7 of coins. Alrighty. Yeah, this is not quite right, but anyway, it'll do. 7 of coins, working, waiting. We may have something on the vine here that's not quite ready to be plucked, is the sense I get. It may have to do with our own core strength of who we are. Last week we were working with self-esteem issues here, so we may be doing the same up into this week. Next card, the Tower. Well, what do you know? There's something that's going to be illuminated quite harshly in this area. The sense they're giving me is that we feel, or not that we feel, that we are going in an area here. We do not have all our strength, but we're going to be shown the way. Like kind of faking it. We're trying to fake it until we make it here. And they're going, there's no faking at this point. It's coming from an inner urge here from the core is what I'm getting. So this will be interesting. I'm going to move to the next card. 10 of coins. 10 of coins can have to do with finances. Interestingly enough here, I always note that there's the picture in the background is of a family, happy family. But it's like there's a partner missing. Give me a moment here. I feel like either the sense they're giving me already is that we have a partner here that we are not conveying things to or including, or the partner may be doing this to us, excluding us, so we feel removed somehow. We've got everything we need in a financial way. We are secure financially. We feel like our home and finances are quite stable. But intimately here, I feel like this could go either way. Because I feel like this is tied to our self-esteem. Like there's issues here that need to be brought up, dealt with. They're kind of being skipped over. And so the universe is going to illuminate what it is that you're skipping here. We can't go forward without. And it has to do with the family unit as a stable, solid whole. Okay. So we're going to get into the below cards here. What's going on in the earth field for the Taurus? 7 of coins. Again, there's something here that's not quite ready, but we're working on it. But I feel like the awareness is lost for the Taurus. We have the King of Wands. We're trying to set out and go after something here is the sense. Because the King of Wands goes after whatever he wants and he gets whatever he wants. And I feel like this is what the Taurus is trying to do. Go out and get what they want without having all the tools in their toolbox. And I feel like there's something about self-esteem here still. And that's what it is. That's what's going to be illuminated. They're like, oh, we can't make a move here because we're missing some pieces of the puzzle. Now, the Tower, what do we get? The High Priestess. Well, what do you know? Yeah. And look at her looking at the spiritual self. This is what we're missing. The sense that we are not looking at ourselves deep spiritually in a deep enough way is the sense I get. We may have found some issues here that were illuminated to us, that were brought forth, that we're now trying to bat away. They're going, this is the end of the rung, guys. We got to get our stuff together here. We got to make movement. So we sidestep something. And again, the Tower's behind that energy because we cannot sidestep it. So something's going to come down here to really bring it to our forefront and go, boom, this is it. This is what we're having a problem with. This is what you got to deal with. It's going to blow it out of proportion in order for us to deal. So be aware of that this week. Feel like it's highly in the self-esteem department, having to do with our family. Okay. Next, 10 of coins. This is the stability that we feel. Okay. It's going to be shaken, is what they said. On top of that, we get the 7 of cups. Now, this is an interesting pictorial. It's kind of being off in la la land, really, is the sense here from this one. Now, the 7 of cups is interesting because they have all these depictions of people in different positions. Give me a minute here to... There's an inner knowing what we need to deal with. There's a high resistance to not deal with it. And not only that, we feel we don't need to. This is going to be illuminated. Now, the 7 of cups is about the choices and how we deal with. I feel like it's going to come down to a lot of different areas that are going to blow up here in order to deal. Like, there's not just one way to deal with this scenario, okay, is the sense they're giving me. We have a lot of options here, a lot of things we can do to attack what it is that we feel, or, well, we're not feeling it. We're going to be illuminated too. Dealing. Okay. Now the universal energies on top here. Again, the King of Wands, he goes out and gets what he wants. I feel like the Taurus is very much in that energy. They're going out to get what they want, but they don't realize they're not fully equipped to do so. This is where the Tower is going to come down. Now, we have the 2 of water on top of that. That may be in the romance area. We may be attacking something here without all our faculties. Now, that is about a soul union, a deep soul union. So, what's going on? Okay, next. On top of the high priestess? Yeah. Again, an inner knowing. Sorry for the glare. There we go. An inner knowing that there's something here, that they're seeing it, but not wanting to deal with it in our reality. We just feel we can get along without it. Get the 4 of water. Yeah. You look at this. There's like from the bottom of the well, right? Again, these are issues from the bottom of the well. We've put it there so long, we feel we do not have to deal. We can get through. We don't need to deal. We can overstep it. And a sense here is, you know, this woman, they're giving me, she's kind of like a gatekeeper saying, oh no, we cannot pass until we deal. So again, it has to do with the self-esteem. That's all they're giving me. And within a relationship here, somehow we have to deal with this to evolve forward. We will not pass unless... Now there is, you know, sunlight boring holes through this, symbolizing there is light at the end of the tunnel here. We just have to get through all the grit at the bottom of the tunnel. And I think the illusion here for the Taurus is that we've gone so long without dealing with it, and we've been fine up to now. And well, they're going, we cannot not deal with it anymore. We have to deal. I don't know how to stress that. I feel like they've slowly been building on this energy, and they're going, yes, and we've slowly been building on resisting the lesson here that's come down. So on the 7 of Cups, again, I feel like once the Tower falls here, is going to really illuminate this to the highest degree, blow it right in your face so that there's no denying. We cannot sidestep it because it's everywhere. In our face, in our family, in our friends even. 7 of Cups is how we're going to deal. We got a lot of ways we can deal, so that's a positive, but we just may not know which one to take. Now, on top of that, we get the 10 of Earth, which is the 10 of Coins again, but in this card, it is universal energy, and it really speaks to me about seeing the bigger picture here. We're looking at, you know, these are issues I don't want to deal with within my own self, but if we take ourselves back a bit and look at the family unit, How can it help us as a whole if I do deal with this? Because they're going, I've dealt with this, not dealt with this for so long. It hasn't hurt me. But if we step back and we look, it has hurt us in ways that we just are we're not conceptualizing yet. So the 10 here is really speaking to, taking a step back and figuring out how this affects not only just me, but the people around me. How is it affecting? If I don't get through this, how is it going to affect others? That kind of thing. So that is the base unit. There is definitely an issue here. They're so used to sweeping under the rug. They ain't looking under that rug. They're tromping on it, getting it all smooth, and they just don't want to go there, and they feel they don't have to, but the universe is going to stop them, because this is how we got to get through this last one so that we can go forward and upgrade. If we do not, we will start to downgrade, and it will be in the family unit that we feel it the most. So be aware of that. They're going to start taking things away if we don't deal, or how to say that, but things will start to fall apart in that way, to illuminate. So love, sex, and romance. First card on the romantic side, we have the 9 of coins. This is good. This is one of the more solid and stable cards of this deck. These two are a couple. Everybody knows they're a couple. They're solid. They are each other's friend. They are each other's backbone. That is good. So there's a sense of loyalty, commitment, trust, all of that here. So that is good, because that means that there's nothing that can get in the way other than me or my partner in this relationship. Next card, 10 of Pentacles. Again, we got that financial stability quite high. Now, the story behind this card is that this is a maid, and the man here that makes all the money, he is alluding to her in a romantic kind of way, and she's accepting because he has financial stability. So there's a sense here of this, or somehow this may pertain to you. Either we are accepting finances from someone that we are not quite on the level with. The stability may cause us to be attracted to them, not necessarily, or their ability to earn money, that kind of thing. So there's that essence, and there's also the essence that we could have a powerful man, dealing with us in a romantical kind of way, because we are the weaker sex, and that is attractive to them. So whatever way that sits. Now, it's interesting, because if we go back to this card, it's a very balanced, very equal. I see this person as an equal partner. So I don't know how this feeds in, but that's the essence of that card. Somehow here, money is preference. Takes preference over the relationship is what I'm getting. Okay, so the next card on the romance, we have the 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands is about walking down the aisle. It's about marriage, commitments, celebrations around a relationship. We may have a strong and sturdy relationship here. And we may also be in, in vision, in watch of another celebrating marriage. Because I feel like this is a long-term commitment that's been there for quite some time. I don't know if this energy is now alluding to another couple. I don't know. But there's a wedding happening here somewhere around a solid couple. Okay, there's a commitment here happening, or marriage that around couple here. It may have to do with someone kind of, not like we're marriage for money, sure. Yeah, I'm going to leave that at that. It's almost like the energy's splitting like this. We got a couple, and then there's somebody here that's being taken, maybe marrying for money. Let's just put it that way. But I don't feel it's the Taurus, okay? But it's someone in your grouping, okay? Here we go. First card to clarify on the 9 there. Again, the stable couple, which I feel the Taurus is a part of. We have love, 2 of Cups. So it's good stuff. These two here, very good stuff. They're in the Lotus. There's a purity of of thought between these two, a purity of heart between these two, almost like nothing can separate, right? Trust, all of that. So there's a good solid foundation there and a deep commitment. Now, on top of this 10, which is interesting, we get the Princess of Pentacles. So that could be another earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Now, the princess here, I often notice her belly kind of sticks out funny. So it can indicate, someone being pregnant. We may have had some funny business here. We may have someone in our midst. Okay, I do not feel this is the Taurus. I do not feel. I feel like someone they know may be schmoozing with someone of wealth or authority and end up becoming pregnant. Okay, this is just what I'm getting. And I feel everything's groovy with that, but for some reason this takes highlight. Okay. Next, this wedding. Who's getting married and what's going on? So you could have family or friends getting married. And again, the whole scenario, like married, pregnant right away, this kind of thing. We have the Princess of Wands. Yeah, she goes out and gets what she wants. She's got the tiger chasing after her, but she's reaching for the stars. This kind of thing. There's a marriage going on here. Interesting to me, the stripes and the stripes there. Yeah, it seems like an outsider here. Maybe like a shotgun wedding and a shotgun child. This kind of thing going on in your midst. So that's what I'm getting. And then meanwhile, you guys are solid in your relationship here. For some reason, the focus is outside of your relationship, which is solid, into this other relationship going on that seems to be quite quick. Now, on top of the love card here, which again goes back to the solidity of the Taurus relationship, we have the Eight of Wands. This is good because the Eight of Wands is about feeding into the relationship, both of them on a physical level. Got a lot of passion for our partner, and we're willing to go forward and prove that in a physical kind of way. Feeding her grapes and fruit and whatnot, and there's a lot of abundance around, so they're just indulging in all of that on a physical level. Now, on top of this Princess of Wands, which I feel is someone coming into the picture here who is pregnant, who may be either marrying for money or marrying someone with a lot of money or something to do with that. There's a pregnancy here. We get the Knave of Swords. This is weird. It's sidelining to this. Knave of Swords is about someone who is obsessed with a body, physical body. Again, this is not the Taurus. I feel this very strongly. I feel like this is somebody outside of the relationship. And again, I'm not talking triangular stuff here. I'm just talking somebody that we know that has somebody outside of them that is invested in a relationship here where they are very physically attracted to their partner, objectifying, if you will. Now, this wedding and this marriage and, people striving for what they want, we get the Three of Pentacles. Again, yeah, it's these other couple. It's like this other couple is fun-loving, everything. So it may be someone quite close, like a sister or a relative that's quite close to you, where you're getting the story. You're getting all the details here. Seems to be because the Three of Pentacles is a very grounded connection. They feel very comfortable with each other physically, in their nakedness, right? They feel good. And then one person or the other here, it's depicted as the male, really enjoying the female body, that kind of thing. Again, this is separate. Why they're emphasizing this, I don't know, but they are. So it's almost like we are so solid we don't even worry about our relationship, but there's a relationship outside that is kind of being blown up to us. Okay, I'm going to continue here. On top of the 8, which seems to be running with us here, with the Taurus and their relationship, feeding into each other quite highly. There's a great passion. Now, We have the 10 of Wands, which is not good. It's about bearing burdens, right? Burdens, a burden to carry. It may be burdensome how much we're feeding into the partner here. We love and care for them quite deeply, but there's something here that is wearing on us within the relationship. This may be an issue as well. We're going to put it down here soon, but we've had enough at this point of something. And it may be the amount of effort that we're putting forth, okay? Now, on the Knave of Swords there, it's about somebody outside the relationship objectifying a body. We have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. Yeah, the caduceus there as well. I looked it up. That's how you say it. This is about feeling trapped and bound by either a belief system or something that keeps us limited. We are trapped here with, some kind of a belief. It may be, now we're starting to go back to the couple here, the rooted couple of the Taurus. The sense here is that we are burdened quite highly and we need to heal from that, but we feel bound to release. Like it's hard. We're getting weary and we need to put our burdens down, but we don't see how we can do this. We're blind to it. Not that there isn't a way, there is, but we're blind to that way. So therefore we got to keep carrying it till we get to the castle. Now the caduceus there symbolizes health. They are really showing me that in all these readings here. It seems to pop up. The healing and the health that we carry within ourselves, really, if we cannot fully communicate to our partner and open up to our partner, this is going to start to eat us from the inside, that kind of thing. So there's a great weight here that wants to be lifted, but an inability to go to the partner to deal. Okay. Now on top of the three, we get the Queen of Cups. So interesting, because they're going, all we have to do, this is the universe. They're going, this is us giving understanding, emotional compassion, emotions, period. And she's unable to see. They're unable to see the emotional side here of what needs to be injected. Compassion quite highly. They're going for our partner. We need to have compassion for our partner. We do not have this at this time, so we need to get to that place where we do, to understand, and then we can lay our burdens down. We can communicate with no problem here. They're making me look at these little buds. These three little buds wanting to open up and flower in a compassionate way to our partner. We've yet to do this, but all these things, they want to bloom. We're just blind to how to do that. So part of that may mean that, maybe we need a break from the partner, or there is something here we got to learn to deal with in that way, having to do with our partner. So anyway, okay, keep going. On top of the 10 of Wands here, the burden, we have 19, which is the setting sun. And again, this is a card about sneaking away to see a lover. Now, the scenario here is, it can be taken in a myriad of ways, basically, is wanting something with our partner, but keeping it on the down low. Because this guy's just coming back from dropping a lover off with a partner that's in secret. Now, for whatever reason, we don't know. But he's going back to wait to go pick him up again and put him back where he was before, so that nobody knows they were together. So keep this in mind. Where does that sit? Again, it may not resonate with everyone, but that's the essence. Now, something we're blind to. Hopefully it's not this scenario, okay? Maybe it is, right? Because this is someone outside of the relationship, but I didn't feel it was the Taurus, but it may be the partner of the Taurus. Okay, just bear in mind. Okay, Eight of Swords. So we're feeling trapped by a belief system, trapped, unable to communicate is the sense I get. We have the Four of Wands. Now, the Four of Wands is about, if you look in the background, there's a dude watching this woman. So there's an essence of that. Somebody is being watched here in secret without their knowledge. So wherever that fits. If you're watching your partner, then that's where it fits. If you're not, someone may be watching you or your partner, this kind of thing. Something about someone being watched without, because I was highly getting that this was outside of the partnership. Just let me go back here. And a pregnancy. Good Lord. Someone of money, like someone of advantage, like this man is kind of taking advantage of the maid, knowing that she's under him, that he can take advantage. He's got money, he's got some power over this woman, and she doesn't seem to mind because she knows, right, that he's above her. So, and again, this makes me think of babies. Somebody objectifying the body, whether it's man, woman to man, but feeling trapped and unable to communicate. And then we get somebody being watched. So I don't know, could be a completely different scenario here. Now on the Queen of Cups, which is basically, they said this is the universal energies trying to give the partner compassion in order to deal with whatever it is here that is hanging us up in this relationship. Again, I get kind of a split. I don't know if it's one couple versus another, but I'm getting a split screen here where we have one couple is solid, stable, sturdy, everything's good. And then we have another couple here that's kind of like in the honeymoon phase where there's love and sex and babies and everything's going, but it kind of doesn't connect back. I don't know how. So on top of the Queen there, we get the Lovers. The original theme for the Lovers is choices. Here, it's about intimacies, sexual intimacies with compassion. This may be what we're trying to get to or get at or conquer in some kind of way. We're looking for passion and compassion in a partner, and this is somehow in the mix, okay? Now we got the Infinity cards. I'm scared. Let's see what goes on here. On 19 on the Sun setting. Now, it's kind of ominous. The Sun is usually a good, wonderful card, but in this, it's about, well, I'll read it. You know what? I'll read it. Or do I have that one? Yeah, clarity, beginning a retreat. Shadows and light. So it's kind of both, you know, there's good or bad depending on what way you can go. Now 19. We have escape room. Just let me look here. Yeah, this is the couple that's stable and solid. There's some burdens here, so we may be trying to escape. How you say, what do you call that? Responsibility of what it is we feel. We do not want to bring it forth to the partner. Escape room can also mean one or the other partner is trying to escape the relationship, physically or otherwise. There's a high incidence here for physical. So keep an open mind here. Four of Wands is about stimulus. Yeah, somebody's getting stimulated. Somebody's seeing something they really, really, really like in a physical body and not talking about the other, well, obviously, right? Yeah, somebody's wanting quite highly somebody or something. Okay, so, and again, being watched. So we could have a partner here that is watching someone from afar and getting highly stimulated by this. Could also mean, this can also mean porn as well. Just keeping it real. Okay, and then on the Lovers here, again, we may be in a position where intense emotion. What is going on? So if it is not you for your partner, then the partner is going out looking for this. They are intensified emotionally here by something outside of themselves, trying to escape the everyday life of the marriage, or trying to escape emotions to get into emotions. Or we're not getting enough emotions at home, so we're going out looking for somewhere where we can. Now the sense here is we're visually looking and we're trying to get out more to get it, but I don't know. The Lovers, though, that is a connection. That is a physical on connection. Yeah, somebody here is having joyful, full-on sex. So somebody's getting something here. It's highly, highly stimulating. Yeah, hitting on all fours emotionally, and they're escaping something to do it. Okay. So, okay, the clarification, what do you call that? Surrender card. Surrender obsessive thinking. Okay, so if you're obsessing about a person or situation, turn this over to spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. Now, I'm getting on both gears here. I feel like one person is obsessing about someone else, and I get another person's obsessing about their partner. So either way, we're obsessing about something we just don't want to deal with. But the thing is, it's going to be dealt with no matter. If we don't choose not to deal with it, it's going to come forth. And obsessive thinking seems to be the root of it. So be aware of that. Wow, that's heavy duty for Taurus. Okay, here we go. Next one is for Virgo. 3157. Okay, Virgo, let's see where they're at. First card, 4 of Wands. It's about stability, right? Beautiful colors here. Stability and commitment and all of that kind of stuff is what I'm getting from this as well. Next card, 2 of Coins. That is about options, waiting for, like, you know, in here, usually the 2 of Coins means balancing things in our perception. We want this or that. We need to balance it to keep everything in check. We may not be happy with where we're at, even though it's solid and stable. Okay, there's a sense I'm getting. We're looking outward at something, or looking outward for stability somewhere else to balance. And then we have the Ace of Wands. Yeah. New directions, new adventures we want to go on here. Taking action in new ways. I feel like we're very much holding ourselves back here. There's something about stability in our life. Either we have it or we don't have it. We're trying to search for it, or we have it and we're wanting something more. See what the next line brings here. Okay, the 4 of Wands is about 6, the Lovers. Okay, so here the house is for sale. That's interesting. They're looking at houses to settle into, right? So we may be feeling quite stable and sturdy in a relationship here to the point where we want to move in. We may be asking a partner to move in with us, making a commitment in that way. The 2 of Coins, we get the Hangman. The Hangman is about taking a time out, right? Kind of, wait a minute. So maybe you or your partner, there's something here that has to, it could be because of all this stuff going on in the world today, kind of taking a hang time. We can't quite do it just yet. parameters aren't right, is the sense I get. We're kind of waiting on things to change to balance things out. So we could have a partner here that's maybe not quite ready, or as a whole, we can't seem to get things into play here. Like, it's not the right time. Now, on the Ace of Wands, again, wanting to take action in a new way here. We have the Three of Wands. This is interesting because the mailman's at her door dropping a letter and she's kind of distracted, not noticing. So the sense is that we may get noticed, but we are unaware of a need to take action, because the action card is right behind here. And it's like we may get the okay, spiritually, universally, maybe instinctively, but we miss the boat, like we're not quite listening. So something to do with our intuition. Again, there's a lot of action wanting to happen here, but it's almost like our focus is on something else. We may miss the boat, is the sense I get. Now, on top of this, house for sale. Maiden of VIR. And she looks like every corner she's going to look around because she's expecting something bad to pop out of fear. So the Maiden of VIR is very cautious as she goes forward. So again, this may be something like you guys want to solidify things, but we're being overly cautious here to a degree. Like we want to make a commitment, but we may have been stung in the past, and this may be looming, right? We may have a sense that, I don't know, am I doing the right thing? Am I going to make a mistake? Is something bad going to happen? This kind of thing. Now, on top of the hang time here, we have the elements. So that means even though things are stalled at this point, we're waiting for things to happen to change things. This is basically the magician saying we have everything we need to go forward here. All we have to do is decide to do it, and it is ours to do, that kind of thing. But again, there's a fear here I get very much from her, a fear of going forward in this way. You don't want to make a mistake. Now, 3 on kind of missing the boat. We got stuff going on behind us, The sense here is we're waiting to move in together, but there's no reason to wait. We can actually do this, and it's not going to be a bad thing. We get the Mother of Air, and again, this is about instinctive stuff, knowledge that we have already, or is being guided intuitively to us to use in this way. We are being guided intuitively. I get a sense here just from the cards. It's like maybe not listening to our instinct here at all. We're too much in fear to listen to that. So seems to be where we're sitting here. Seems like we want to jump into a relationship, but very hesitant out of fear and past baggage, whatnot. We have everything we need to go forward, but I feel like the instinct is being amped up, but I'm not too sure the Virgo is going to listen to that. Okay, so as we go into the sex side, see what happens here. First card. Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is about little kids, how they fight and play, 1 minute they're fighting, the next minute they're best friends. This kind of thing, kind of like the goats, they kind of are all over the place. So there's a sense here that the relationship that you may have is on the lines of being in this way. They kind of bicker and fight, and, we're not the smoothest couple all through everything, but we bicker and fight, and at the end of the day, we still care about each other, go to bed in the same bed and snuggle and whatever. Okay, so it's not all guns and roses, but it's still good at the end of the day. Next card, well, I don't know, maybe not. 5 of Cups, holy. That is about fighting, and that is a triangular situation. We have 2 women and 1 man. There's a situation here where this man seems like he can't make up his mind. So if you are a male, you may have 2 options here, or you may have 1 option and 1 X that is not accepting You know, I don't feel, when I come into this, I didn't feel we have one direction we want to go, but this may not be the same with others around us. Maybe feeling an ex coming in here and wreaking havoc. I don't know. It's maybe part of the reason why we are kind of cantankerous to each other. Now the next romance card. Oh boy. Okay, 8. That's my one night stand card. This guy, he's tied. So, okay, here we go. This is the Virgo. Is this the Virgo or the partner of the Virgo? Somebody here is tied to a relationship. Here it gives me sense, yes, we have reason to fight here. Going outward towards someone else. So the situation is that somewhere here we feel a stability within a partnership, and somewhere we feel a guilt within a partnership, meaning we may be physically with 2 people, but only one person we are housing with, okay, that we are physically with, like meaning living with. We're living with one partner and we're physical with both, but we're living with one partner, and that should be the whatever, and it's not. So there's a sense of being unhappy in some area here, okay? So on top of the 2, we get abundance, 3 of cups. So there's a sense in one area that we got a lot of abundance going on and happiness, which is interesting, because why would you go outside, right, if you're happy and abundant? Now on top of the fighting and struggling, we get the Prince of Wands. So for a woman, this may be the other man. You might have a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sag entering the picture, depending on whichever. Well, this is a knight, but it could also be a female. As the 3rd wheel, okay? A fire sign is the 3rd wheel. Or your partner. We'll see. Next card. 8. 8 of Wands, and we get the 8 of Cups, leaving. Okay, so I don't know what the deal is here, but this Virgo is taken off. We're having, man, what is going on in these readings? We have an abundance with someone here, like we feel good with someone and we're fighting with another. Yeah, and the sense is that either we're on the way out of a relationship and we decided to jump into bed before completely untying with someone else, because the 8 of Cups is moving on to someone else, having a one-nighter that kind of, it's like the last straw. It's like, yeah, I met someone, now I'm off, I'm out of here, this kind of thing. Now, top of this abundance, somewhere we're having abundance. It may be with this new partner that we feel, celebratory, or maybe, we're out drinking with buddies and this is where we came across this. I don't know. We have the High Priestess on top of that celebration. Now she is about keeping secrets. And if we're sleeping with someone else, that could be the whole thing right there. Now, on top of the fire sign is the Ace of Wands. Yeah. New direction is in the fire sign. Now, again, you have a couple in the background being burnt up. That's just stating we're moving on before we even have really dealt with our past relationships. So might have a bit of turbulence there created in the new area, because when we do this, we just create more havoc in the new area. Even though it may seem great and wonderful, it just creates trust issues and whatnot. So a lot of this is going to be have to be dealt with. Again, here, she's got a belly here that they're kind of holding differently. He's holding that belly and it kind of looks protruding to me. Be aware of that. We could be creating families. There's a lot of this in the earth. Creating families outside of, things that we've completely cut off. We haven't completely cut off ties here, is the sense you're giving me, before we're moved into and starting a family with someone else. So we've still got a lot of strings left here, but nonetheless, we're moving on. Okay. Next card is the Queen of Swords. Yeah. And that may be the opposition here, Queen or King of Swords being there. There's a lot of treachery that's gone on in the relationship. It's led us to this point. And the sword is down. There's no more communication. We're done communicating. We're going to move forward. So between these two, it seems to be mutual. They're both heading off in a different direction. Queen of Swords, she's usually had it. So whether you're masculine or feminine, the sense is we're leaving. But again, we may not have kind of gone about it the right way, put it to bed the right way. Just jumped into another is what it is, okay? So the High Priestess, again, secretive. So there'd be a secretive side here. We're not happy where we're at. We didn't cut all the ties and we're jumping into something new. And what do we get there? Six of Cauldrons, yeah. That is the Six of Cups. This may be something from our past. May have to do with someone we knew as a youth or a younger, maybe someone who is literally younger than we are. Yeah, that may be the secret. It may be, to a degree, 10 years or more, where this is, we don't want to admit the age difference here. Is kind of what I'm getting. Okay, next. Ace of Wands, that's the new direction. Again, going in a new direction without completely putting things to rest. We have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, it's just great passion and power. That so if we are the Virgo here in a feminine, we are going forward quite highly where our passion sits, right? We're being driven in a way I think it's kind of fateful, like we couldn't have resisted this if we tried. We wanted to go and adventure out into new ground, like I'm seeing the red here and then the ice here. It's kind of like we want to go to new territory. And again, it might be a younger, quite a bit younger than we are, to move forward into new things. Okay. Now on the Queen of Swords, again, I feel very strongly both these parties just not dealing with the other, and therefore not really putting things to rest before they go out and get. We have the Page of Swords, so seems like we've come across something here, someone that we've fallen quite hard for passionately, and we are quite willing to stand up for this in the relationship we're in now. It is going to create a scenario where we do this in order to deal. It may be someone that we knew from our past, or it just may be someone who is quite a bit more youthful than we are. But nonetheless, they're okay. Keep it going. Six of Cups, yeah, 10 of Swords, and that's about being fed up. There's a certain situation here in our relationship that we have. We just no longer can bear to, we have no passion left. We have no energy left for the partner. We are not physically attracted to them anymore. Can't get things up anymore. It's just not exciting anymore. It's not even just exciting. We just we fell out of love, period, for our partner. Now on the Queen, we have the 12 of Wands, which is about being on guard, ready for a fight. So don't matter which side, like this is one partner, this is the other. Don't matter which side, everybody's prepared to fight to get out. But again, lack of kind of communicating, but there's going to be communication when all this hits the fan kind of thing, if it hasn't already. Okay. Next card is the 13, which is about going forward quite boldly. She is the Queen of Earth, so she likes to go forward in something that is stable and solid, even in an intimate way. Again, standing up for where we head in that direction, whether it's masculine or feminine. Hey, Sean, or hey, Andrea. I was reading it. Yeah. Okay. Infinity cards to end it all off. See what happens. On the 10, we can't get things up anymore for our partner. We have the male. So this would insinuate to me is the male is really having a hard time feeling attractive to the partner. So Virgo male is really not feeling it for their partner. Okay, is really what I'm saying. And another thing that comes is that this is the single male. So the Virgo, he is very much in a way that he feels very single, even though he's in a partnership, he feels single. Okay. Now on the 12, this is about being on guard and ready to fight against whatever comes their way. We have the shuffling, shuffling. That's about more than one relationship. We're juggling more than one relationship. So that's what's going on here. So we're trying to keep everything up in the air. It's not going too well. He may be acting like a single dude or dudette, but we're still trying to keep two things going at the same time. And we're trying to defend this for whatever reason. I think we got to pick a lane because it's just going to not go well. But 13, that is, why do I keep blanking out on her? I wonder why. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, presumptions, right? That's the word. It's kind of doesn't stand out there. A presumption that I'm going to get, what I want. And this may be on both sides of this relationship, okay? We have a warning sign here. Be careful of what you presume you can get away with. And I feel like it's because of this card. Pick a lane. we can't keep both balls up in the air. It's not going to work. I won't go no further than that. Yeah, the warning is there. So this guy or girl is acting like they're single. They're giving me a male here. Single. It could be a single male coming at the female partner, or it could be a single male going outward toward, trying to keep it all in check. They're going, warning, warning, you're going to blow. Not in a good way. It's going to happen, So they're trying to warn you to just keep it on, keep it separate until you tie up your ends, or tie up your ends so you can go wholly in a direction. Now, the surrender card they give for the Virgo is surrender fear. Let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself and stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. Baby. There's that word baby again. Surrender fear. Because we might be playing out in the field there and then create some babies, and we have to make commitments out of that. Because the sense is that we're going to make a commitment here, but we're holding back. Well, they're holding back because they're trying to please two people. Well, we got to let one go. So that is the reading. Okay, so that is for Virgo. Oh, man. It's pretty harsh stuff coming down the pipe here. Okay, Capricorn, last but not least, 53-27. First card, 4 Swords, rest and relaxation. If you're a Capricorn, you may be charging your batteries, getting out of the rat race so that you can feel better about yourself and the way things are going. Taking a break, having a break. Next card is the Hanged Woman, because this is all about women in here. Hanged man, hanged woman, talking about, being suspended. So this could be in all areas, really. I mean, if we're 4 Swords and the Hangman go quite well together. Hangman also gives a connotation of needing to look at things from a different perspective. 4 Swords, we stop, but we don't necessarily look at things differently. The Hangman gives that extra energy that, we're stopping and we are needing to look at things, our universe, from a different angle here. Next card, 4 Coins. That is so an earth sign. Our money, our finances. We may be taking a break in the financial sector. We may be figuring out ways to keep things to ourselves. Yeah. And not only that, I feel like it is just us keeping to ourselves. We are really being selfish at this time, though that is not a bad word as I see it with all these cards. It's a sense of needing to, how you say, needing to furnish me first. I need to feed me first. I need to pay me first. This is what I'm getting from the Capricorn. Yeah, which isn't bad. I mean, it can be quite selfish, but I think they're needing to do this. Okay. Now, to expand on the Four of Swords, what do we get? You have the Knight of Wands. That's fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. There's a lot of action dancing around the table there. It's almost like we're preparing. Yeah. During this rest period, we are preparing for things. Preparing to take action. We want things just right. I set the table, put this here, that there, da da da. There's action being made, though it's very much something that is controlled, is what they said. Controlled action. But nonetheless planning for the future. Next card, Hanged Woman. To expand on that, we have the Ace of Swords. So needing to look at things differently. Look at what? Truths. Truths of matters here. There's some harsh truths. Again, the angel there, she's touching the tip going, yeah, that hurts. That we may have to deal with, our past, our present, or our future. Things that we may not have had time to digest before. This kind of thing. Yeah. Now, on the Four of Coins, we have the Hierophant. So it's about being selfish. Selfish is kind of a harsh word. Self-disciplined with our money. That's what they said. The Hierophant is about this woman. She's got a list of things. Again, there's great planning here. This kind of is in its own energy field, but there's great planning about how we want to go forward. So trying to get all our ducks in a row. Yeah. And this woman, they may be going to someone to help them fulfill that, what it is, their needs, wants, or they are doing it for themselves, really. That's what I'm getting. They may be doing this for themselves. What do I want? How do I want it? And where? Da, da, da. Okay? So there's some of that going on. Now, universal energies to top up on the King of Wands. We have 19, the Sun. Planning and preparation. For what? This is a family here. And she's abundant. And they are abundant. There's a field of sunflowers. The sense here is that we've got everything we need for happiness, right? This is like the sun and the sunflower. Give me a minute. Yeah, man, what's with these earth signs? There's all about fertility, okay? Like fertility here. We may be planning to expand our family, okay? We're resting at this time, but we're maybe planning to expand a family or planning to be more abundant within the family that we have. On the Ace of Swords there, the truth that needs to be dealt with. We have the elemental of water, and that's about emotions. What do you know? I feel like this is kind of in a capsule of its own, away from the Capricorn. The water and the emotional center and the emotional truths are things that they're not quite connecting to. They're going to have to, but they're not quite doing it at this point. So we'll jump over to the Hierophant and see what. The Three of Air, yeah. There's something about, this is a fortune teller, what do you know? There's abundance that we want for our future. Our emotional sector, something we need to dive into. The 3 is about predicting the future. I feel like they're trying to save up money, resources, things in order, like get their list of stuff in order to make sure that their future comes true the way that they want it to. I feel like it's not necessarily what this woman tells them, but what they've already planned. Okay, I got a plan here, and it's kind of showing that we're thinking about the future, but we've got a plan for it, and we're trying to make that happen. Okay. And in the middle here is the emotional center. We just kind of have to stay balanced with. 1, we have to tap into, and 2, we have to make sure that's balanced. Okay. So that's pretty groovy. The Capricorns, they're on a break here from everything, trying to figure out what they want from their life, and they're trying to infuse things. They're trying to hoard money and finances so that they can do it properly, so they can plan their own future. But somehow here, there's a bit of predicting, maybe with our instinct, how it's going to go and where we're going to be, and using money to get there. Okay. Love and sex, here we go. First card. 3 of Cups. This is interesting because this is the physical satisfaction card. This guy's going into a brothel and he's going to come out satisfied with no emotional turmoil to deal with. He just goes in, gets it, and comes out. So there's a sense here that somewhere along our line here, this is being dealt with, or needing to be dealt with, or needing to be looked at, or something that we have in our life. Okay. Next card is the 10 of Cups. And that is about being satisfied, contentment within a unit, right? 10 usually means a completion of a couple being together. We may have had in our past some relationships here that were quite physical and not much else. And we move forward. We're feeling more contentment. So what happened in between here? The next card is the Page of Swords. Now, Page of Swords is about curiosity. Someone's piqued my curiosity. I gotta go look. Inquiring, right? Needing to know something here. So we may have someone that we had, a physical relationship with that we are inquiring about. I don't know. I'm going to keep going here. It's kind of not coming together, but we'll go another line here. Okay, the 3 of Cups. So this, what is this? Is this where we're at or where we were? What's going on here? There's physical, what's the word? Satisfaction. Okay. 7 of Swords, futility. Okay. I feel like this may have been a relationship we're in or we have been in. The 7 of Swords is really talking about futility. It's things it wasn't working. We may have been in a physical relationship where there was not much else, and it was missing a lot of elements that we just couldn't seem to make up for. On the 10, the Queen of Cups. There she is in all her glory. So look at her wearing blue and look at that. So there seems to be, like our past, our present here is like the Queen, right? So we are in a place here where we are more in our emotional state, or in realization or curious about a Queen of Cups that is in our midst at this point. That is feeding us contentment, yes. Where we feel content in the emotional realm with this person in our midst. Now, the curiosity goes, Queen of Swords. So there may also be, Queen of Swords is ready for battle. She's got a mask there. She's ripping off. I noticed that right away. This could be another person that we're dealing with. Could also be, because this is the Queen of Swords and the Page of Swords. So these could make a pair, right? Interesting. Yeah. Sorry, that's an air sign. This could be another person here. No less a match, and another match here with the Queen and the 10. It's like, I don't know how to express that. We had relationships here with people in the past, unsatisfying. Physically there, but unsatisfying. Now, in the present here, we have something that is somewhat bringing us contentment, soothing us to a certain degree. And there's the curiosity goes back to this Queen of Cups, but there's a Queen of Swords that is also in the mix. And the sense here is that this Queen is here to remove some masks. Hers, theirs, ours, I don't know whose, but anyway, it's there to kind of illuminate something to us. Okay, so on the futility, we have the 5 of Cups. Okay, so this is our past, right? So this woman, she's being, so the Capricorn is sitting there being, how do you say, wooed by someone, and we still have baggage in the past. There's a flame in the past that still needs to burn up. We've got some issues here with a person from our past, basically. That's what it is. Okay, on the Queen of Cups, we get the King of Swords. King of Swords is always about an energy, a domineering energy that kind of takes over. You serve me and you're here and da-da-da. So we may have someone who has a partner attached to them, or a third party, no less, where, yeah, they give me the word servant, where someone is serving them. Now, give me a minute, because I got 2 characters here. One is in the background, kind of lightly, and the other one is quite in the forefront. But again, we're conflicted between 2 parties here, is really what I'm getting. There's a lot of 3s. Like we have one face in the drink trying to burn up and go in a new direction. We have the person in the background kind of peeking in over the relationship here. Now we're going to go to the Queen there and see. 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, and that's about kind of investing in the drink in order to get over a love that we had in the past. It's kind of depression. We have an apple here that is cut in half as our heart. It's a symbol of our heart being cut in half. It's kind of tied it back together. We're trying to mend things here. It's not going so well. It's the sense that I get in the Capricorn. Next, on the 5 of Cups, 5 of Cups, Knight of Cauldrons, Knight of Cups. That is about offers coming in. So we may have some offers coming in for the Capricorns. Offers of love coming forth to bear, to help us heal, really. On the King of Swords, we have Fool, new directions. Yeah. There's a love offer from someone coming, and we're willing to go off in a new direction. Now, again, this person is like ready to just dump off a cliff, and they're kind of not knowing. They're not looking at where they're stepping. So we may have some Capricorns here just take off in a direction they don't know really where it's going to land them. But again, there's something about making plans, but I feel like they may be taken off course here. Now, the 6 of Pentacles, what do we get there? 20, rebirth, again, babies. Yeah, this is about the depression that we feel having to deal with our past. Is quite hurtful in the heart department. There's a rebirth that wants to come forward. A new direction that has been opened up that we seem to be walking into, right? Because there's an offer and then they're just walking right in there. And then the baby, now I feel like this offer that comes forward may create one of those as well. Getting babies, okay? Now, on top of the Knight of Cups, okay, so it could be a water sign. We have 13 again, nudity. This is the Death card, okay? Again, death and rebirth, death and rebirth. Something has to end here. The Capricorn's carrying some energy, depression, weight of the past relationship, hung up on things they need to let go of in order to come alive again, really. This is the sense I get. It's kind of a weird death card, but nonetheless. On the Fool, we have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is about communication and discussion. It's a very healthy card, this one. It's two people that care about each other and are connected, and they are truly getting to the bottom of things, is what I get here. Yeah. There may be one or the other of this couple who's in a bit of a stall mode, not knowing how to get out of it. I feel like it's a Capricorn, may not know how. And the reason why they're going, look at the Four of Swords on there, is kind of like that resting mode, like we don't want to go forward, but yet we're going forward. And then the Three of Swords is above her, which is about heartbreak. So there's some heartbreak being shared here between the two of them, but not much action that wants to take place because the Capricorn is just not quite ready yet, is the sense I'm getting. Okay, on top of this rebirth energy, again, a revival that needs to happen. We have 13, yeah, page, or Princess of Cups. Water sign offering love forward. It's maybe who you're communicating with, maybe an offer that's coming at you. But nonetheless, there's some changes that need to happen in order to revive things to a degree, to go quite confidently in this new direction. So I feel an apprehension from the Capricorn, just not wanting to, because they know that they're not ready, that there's still stuff, baggage needing to be dealt with. So the Infinity cards on the Death, what do we have? We have Dream Magic. There's a dreamy kind of energy here for this offer coming forward. So again, a lot of it is not in reality. Dream magic is off in our head and romanticizing things to a high degree when things are not real. So there's an awareness of that. On the 7, the communication here of heartbreak, and it's almost like they're talking their way forward into this relationship, but it's still heartbreaking. It's still hard to deal with on either side. Next card we have is Diamond in the Rough. Yeah. So there's a sense here that this person is got a good heart, either side here, but I feel like it's a Capricorn realizes that they've got a ways to go here, but they're trying to chip away at making things right. And that may be the stalling, is they just don't feel like investing in a partnership at this time. On the 13, the Queen, what do we get? Evasion. Okay, yeah. I said, is this the Capricorn or the Cups energy? And they said that's the Capricorn. They seem to be evading their life at this time, dealing with this person. This Cups energy, they're evading things in their life and going in this direction. This is the unreality of it. They need to really stop and deal with their reality, and things will really get better. Yeah, they just seem to be evading, running away to this person in order to not deal with their issues, okay? So the surrender card, surrender success. You are likely to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an existing new world of possibilities. I feel like the roadblocks they're looking into is a past relationship. And I feel like they just won't be able to get out of that for a while. And yeah. So that's your block, really. Is there is success if you surrender, looking into the past and focus on the forward. You'll get places. If not, you'll lose things. Simple as that. So that is the reading from the earth signs. I will be back like right away to do the air signs. I'm just going to shuffle up and deal. And then, or not the air, it's fire. I'm going to try and get the numbers out, and I will be back just a bit. Give me an hour, hour and a half. Take care, you guys. Thanks for coming in. Have fun. Be kind. I'll talk to you in a bit.